Hello.
Hello, baby.
Hello, and welcome to the Bestie Zone. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! We're here with a new theme song. We're here with a new theme song called Itty
What were your
Bitty
thoughts?
8-Bit. What were your thoughts?
What are your
It's
thoughts? What
a
do you think?
beautiful Kevin McLeod, who's the savior of all internet creators and makes we all know some of Kevin's music from anywhere on the internet because he always does the
Literally.
copyright free stuff, and he's like, here, just take it. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Say thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. So there's that. Yeah, Lime, who is the band who owns the song that we were using, they've decided finally that they hate me. And for a while, I think I was getting away with it. But now they're mad. And now I gotta respect them. No! I think the internet is a hellscape. Personally. Can you believe that? Why have they done this? They've like commodified everything. They've been like, hey, we've taken away all second spaces or third spaces, and we've made it impossible for you to engage in stuff with your community because now you have to pay for everything. I feel like we should all be able to like listen to music and watch movies whenever we want.
Like, hear me out. Just let me have some joy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Let me have joy. This is crazy town. Also, like,
Or, like,
what
hear
does it
me out.
matter?
Make it like way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
you'd get a lot
know.
more purchases if it was cheaper.
Or like, hey, you know what? I have significant beef with the Hallmark Channel because I did a movie commentary track for a movie called Pumpkin Pie Wars. A billion years ago I did this. And one of my favorite like movie commentary groups is Pretty Much It. Have you heard of this?
No.
I love them. And on YouTube, they have sort of like these highlight reels, and it's kind of like watching the movie and fast forward, where you're just kind of getting like the highlights of the commentary track with the movie.
Yeah.
And big shout out to whoever's doing the editing over there for that, because it is fucking crazy. First of all, you gotta like get the movie, so you can like actually edit it down. But the amount of times I ended up watching the entirety of Pumpkin Pie Wars, and you gotta like make it so that the story makes sense and that your jokes make sense, and that whatever, but you gotta like cut it down into like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
So I worked
Wild.
so fucking hard on this one video. I was like, oh my God, all my dreams are coming true. I finally did it. I finally made a video like this. And I love that video. And I tried to upload it to YouTube, and YouTube went, hey, pause. We see that you have Hallmark stuff in here because it's a Hallmark movie. And so because of this copyright situation, it is now only visible by you. It's literally blocked so that nobody on the face of the planet, except for if you were logged into my YouTube channel, could watch the video. And I was like, oh, cool. But it would be like, it would say things like, oh, just this section, from this section to this section is the copyright thing. It would just show up one thing. So the first time I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just tweak this
Yeah,
section a little
I'll
bit.
just
No
tweak
big
it,
deal.
go back in, tweak it, fix it up a little bit, re-export it, re-upload it, reprocess, let it do the checks, and then it'll go, oh, actually, this part. And I'm like, you didn't say that last time. And I got to about 7 or 8 different uploading cycles before I was like, this is never going to end, fuck them. And so that video just sat on my hard drive, and guess what? Now that hard drive, it died.
Gone forever.
It's lost media. It's
Forever
literally lost
gone.
media.
Lost to the ether.
Mother effing Hallmark. Fuck you guys. And first of all, what are we protecting actually? Because your movies suck on ice. So I don't understand. Also, around that same time, Hallmark was doing a thing where they were looking for basically me. They were literally looking for me. Where they were like, oh, we're looking for somebody to do like movie commentary and give us your actual opinions, even if they're bad opinions, because they know that like the movies are easy to make fun of. We're looking for somebody to sort of be the Hallmark spokesperson of Christmas movies. And I was like, are you actually
You're
kidding?
like, hey, yeah, that's quite literally me.
Yeah. But then I was like, I was thinking about applying for it, honestly. But then I was so mad that I felt by the end of the Pumpkin Pie Wars, which felt really like my own war, that
Truly, yeah.
by the end of it, I felt like they were personally attacking me. So I was like, fuck them.
You're like, how fucking dare you?
However,
Who do you think I am?
however, if Hallmark is listening right now, which I know they are because they're obsessed with me, I will still take up the offer if the money's right.
Ooh la la!
If the money's right. And I will also take it for exclusive rights to post Hallmark stuff on my channel.
Oh, there you go.
Exclusive. Exclusive rights.
Exclusive.
Well, that's the bit about the theme song. I didn't mean to talk about that for so long. And my anger for Hallmark, how have you been? It's been so long since we've been able to talk about movies.
So long.
I've been doing pretty decent. How has your movie journey been?
My my movie journey, so to speak, has been good. It's been a lot of me falling asleep in the middle of them, though, if I'm totally honest. I've been exhausted lately. But I have seen a lot of movies recently. One of which I've been watching a lot of vampire movies because I have some people IRL that I'm playing Vampire the Masquerade, like the World of Darkness.
Ooh.
We're playing. Yeah. I need to tell you about that more when we're not on the pod.
Yeah.
So we've just recently started doing that, and so we've been watching a bunch of vampire movies to kind of like getting the vibes right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been so good. We watched Near Dark. We watched
I've never heard of that
Boys. One. Both of those are very much so right up your alley. They're very campy, very weird.
I love vampires.
There is some
I got my Twilight
there's some body horror situations. So
I love body horror too.
I know.
I love it.
Like I said, it's right up your alley.
Trust me, I have recently with so, okay, movie club is a thing that I've been running over in my Discord for the last maybe a couple months or something like that. And we get on, and it's almost like doing a live commentary track where without fail, basically, I have my thing on and I commentate during it, and then other people chat. It's like half commentary track, like live commentary, and half stream a little bit. Yeah. Where people are like chatting in the thing. It's so fun. But anyways, we watched Nosferatu. I had seen it before, but like the first time it was like the vibes sort of hit me and ran through me, and I was like, whoa. And the second time watching it again, I really got to appreciate it for what it is. And it's very gross and dark, but it's so hot at the same time. It's like very, I don't know. There's something about it because it's very sexy. But it's a tricky thing, that sort of dark romance vibes, because I think I don't know if you remember this. We were in a book club years ago, and somebody had suggested, I think it was called the Knights of Hell or something.
Okay. Yeah. I remember you telling me about this.
I
I don't think
like
I was in this book
hated
club, but I
this
do
book.
remember hearing
Well,
about
it was on
this.
your Discord. It was it was on your
Oh,
Discord.
whoa. Okay, no. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay.
And somebody had suggested Knights of Hell, and
Sorry,
I was like,
blocked
yes.
this out of my memory.
I'm pretty sure I was the only one who read it. And I was like, this is insane. I was like, I know you bitches are not doing this to me because this was like the worst book ever. And it was like dark romance. He's like a fallen angel and she's a petite woman. And as that's like the main type of character in a dark romance. And
yeah, the big brood and
yeah. And he just like towers over her. But he was like really possessive and weird in a certain way. Maybe it's just that the aesthetics felt more tasteful in Nosferatu, so it like didn't sour. You know, because like it's almost like with wine. Sometimes the sort of like fermented fruit taste feels elevated, and other times it's just like, I'm just thinking about rotting fruit, you know?
Yeah.
When you're drinking wine, it feels like that. And Knights of Hell was very like that. It was like a guy being all like, I fucking own you now. And oh god, it was so crazy. And then like the thing where like his dark wings will like bust forth from his back, and she's like, oh my god, you're beautiful.
Yeah, yep.
But Nosferatu is kind of similar in that way, in that he's like, by the way, I own you now. But I don't know, I feel like maybe
like
it's
there's a different tone though.
Yeah, there's a different tone. It almost feels like Nosferatu, you know, because that means death, right? So he's like supposed to symbolize death. And I think the thing that was kind of interesting is it's almost not a person saying that, because when some guy is like, I own you, it's like, girl, you're talking out your ass, because we all know you don't have the power to physically own my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the physical embodiment of death...
So what you're saying is a man thinking he has power over me? I don't fucking think so.
Exactly.
And then it's like, hey, the embodiment of death, take me away.
It's like, at that point, it's like, well, yeah, right? Like, of course. If the physical embodiment of death comes down and says, you are mine, you are my property, it's like, well, I don't know what else there is to say, because like, you've got the power, you know what I mean? So I think that might be the difference there. But you were saying you hadn't watched Nosferatu, right?
I have not watched it yet.
Have you watched any Dracula stuff at all?
Yes, but to be fair, Nosferatu is on our watch list for me and the roomies.
Hell, it's a really good one. It's a really good one.
We've got a couple of others that we need to watch too.
What Dracula stuff have you watched?
Well, so I've seen like some of the like older Dracula movies, but like I've also seen like Van Helsing, which is like a Dracula movie.
That's one of the hottest Draculas.
100%.
You've watched Moulin Rouge, right?
Yes, of course.
You know, like the Weasley little guy.
Together. Don't you remember?
Oh shit!
When we were way too young to be watching this shit.
Like over and over and over again.
I want to be this one.
No, and like every single time he's like at the beginning, he's like, Satine is gonna die, and then at the end, I'm like, wait, what the hell? Where it still shocks me because I've never picked up on that. But like the Weasley little guy with the little stash, who's like, she is mine or whatever. That's Dracula in Van Helsing.
Wild.
Like,
I would have never made the connection.
No, I was like, I remember watching it and being like, wait, I know this guy. And I looked it up, I was like, no fucking way. Also, I definitely thought that he was Gary Oldman because my dad straight up thought. My dad thought he was Gary Oldman, so my dad's like, that's Gary Oldman. And I was like, damn. Like, he's... and they do kind of look alike, but I was like, damn, he's really good at sort of morphing into these different guys, but... Nope. He is very Gary Oldman. Like, a
different person.
Gary Oldman also has been Dracula. Have you seen that one? With Winona Ryder?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I think that one's my
See,
favorite
Winona
one.
Ryder, that's a name and a face that I know together.
Exactly.
I know names, I know faces. I don't usually know them together though.
Winona Ryder is the
As
perfect
is
one to know.
canon on this podcast, I don't know anything that's pop culture.
Well, you know what? I act like I
And so I
know,
Google the
but
things that you say.
yeah, I am always Googling. I'm like,
Yeah.
I recognize faces, but I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I'm always
See,
Googling.
See, that's the thing, right? So, like, when you're watching things, you're being, like, very analytical about stuff at times. Whereas, like,
Yeah.
I'm so caught up and lost and my brain's so small, I'm like, wow, look at the big scary guy. You know?
Well,
Like,
that's
my
perfect,
brain...
though.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's very complimentary, the two of us.
Yeah.
I get lost in the story, and then you're like, but if you think about it, I'm like, oh, no, yeah, you're right.
I love doing that. I love a little mystery. Well, it is my dream to, like, I really, really wish I was Sherlock Holmes. Like, I wish I was, like, so smart. But, like, it's an unfortunate fact about me that when I get into an escape room, I freeze up. I don't know what to do.
I thought you were going to say it's an unfortunate fact about you that you're not Sherlock Holmes.
That too.
I mean, both things can be true.
It, like, drives me crazy. So, you know, I'm trying to work on it. I'm hoping that if I get analytical about enough stuff, that one day maybe I'll just, like, level up into Sherlock Holmes. I'll be able to solve crimes, I guess, and mysteries. That's all I want.
We've talked about the oh boy, hold on, let me look at my thing. We've talked about the series. It's like not talked about here, but like in general, you and I. It's a series of movies. I think it's Wake Up Dead Man. Is that the right one? Where it's like three
like
different
the Knives
movies.
Out.
Yeah, the Knives Out movies. Yeah.
I think it's Knives Out, Glass Onion, and which one did you just say?
Glass Onion is the first.
Glass Onion's the second one.
Oh, just kidding. Wake Up Dead Man's not the first one, though, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the third one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the first one that I watched, and you're like, oh, that's not the first one. And I was like, wait, that's a thing? And so then I went and watched the other ones.
Yeah. What'd you think of the other ones?
Letterboxd being so slow. Weirdly enough, they were good. So all of them were good. I am a big fan of watching, mystery movies, like the
Totally.
The movie with the guy with the mustache where he
I was just about to say the French guy.
No, this is a fun thing for us because I can describe it and then you'll be like, oh yeah, it's this person, and this is the name of it.
Yeah.
It's the one with the guy with the fun mustache and he solves all the mysteries. There's one that's like in Egypt. There's one that's on a train.
It's the Oriental Express. It's the Agatha Christie shit, right?
Yeah.
He was the guy. He played a professor in Harry Potter, Professor Lockhart.
Probably, yeah.
And also, have you ever seen El Dorado?
Yes.
He's Miguel, the blonde one.
Oh, I did not know that.
What's his fucking name? His name is like right on the tip of my tongue. Professor Lockhart. I want to say it's Poirot is the played by Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, that's the actor. Yeah, I think it's Detective Poirot.
Yeah, Poirot sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Oriental Express, and then the Death on the Nile, and then there's like that ghosty one in Venice or whatever. I'm sure it's not called the ghosty one in Venice.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you've seen it, but Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, two names that I do know, faces and names too.
Of course.
They also are in a series of like 3 movies that are like mystery themed.
What?
And they're like, how come we keep going on vacation and people are dying? And they have to like help solve it. So that people don't think it's them. Have you seen these movies? They're actually really good.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. Okay. There's one where they're like either in Italy or there's an Italian Formula 1 driver that's like there at the Hold on, I need to find the name of it now. Hold on, I'm Googling.
That is so crazy. I've been thinking about trying to find, I have settled on some actors and actresses, of one actor, one actress of I'm trying to watch their entire discography.
Oh, that's fun.
And I did think about Adam Sandler, but I was like, oh, then I'd have to watch every Adam Sandler. Well, and also one of my favorite actors is Steve Buscemi. And I was like, oh my God, it would be great to watch all of Steve Buscemi's stuff, but he's also in like every Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, baby, stop.
So
stop.
it's quite literally called Murder Mystery and Murder Mystery 2.
Okay.
They're from 2019 and 2023.
I need to watch this. Jennifer Aniston is one of his I think Adam Sandler is so lucky. Where he just like randomly has
Drew Barrymore,
like really
Jennifer
good chemistry
Aniston,
with people,
like these
who are incredibly
people.
hot.
Yes,
like it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I totally
like one
agree.
of my one of my favorites is Wedding Singer with him and Drew Barrymore. They're so fucking cute, and that is insane.
I hate to break it to you, but I know the person whose entire movie career you need to watch.
Oh,
and you need to do it because of how stupid some of the movies are and how campy they are and how just fucking bad they are. And nobody give me hate in the comments for this, because as soon as I say this, I know everyone's gonna be like, oh no, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
He's got some real wild ones.
That's a good contender.
I really do think that would be a good one.
Recently, okay, so I just recently watched Jurassic Park for the first time, because
like the first one?
The first one.
Okay.
Despite the fact that I know a lot about pop culture, I was growing up in a house where we basically weren't really actively watching movies and TV shows. I mean, okay, you remember Fluffy, our fish?
Yes, I sure do. The big ass piranha.
We had a pacu fish, which if you look up a pacu, they're literally in the local zoo here. They're fucking gigantic, but he was like, I don't know, maybe the size of like a pair of shoes if you put them right next to each other.
Yeah, like my memory is like he's like a foot long at least.
Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. And he had his big tank in our living room, and he would get really, really mad if he wasn't allowed to watch TV. So we had a channel on that basically always played Dragon Ball Z, and actually I don't even know how this is possible. I don't even really know anything about Dragon Ball Z, but it was always playing in our living room, and Fluffy would swim and just like fucking hang out in the corner of the tank watching the TV. And if the TV was turned off for too long, or if we moved the tank so that the TV was too far away, he would You don't remember this?
I have no recollection of it being Dragon Ball Z. I remember The Simpsons always being on in your house.
Okay, well, there was definitely a moment where Dragon Ball Z was always playing, I remember. Because I'd be like, what's happening? Because I'd hear, like, screaming.
I have no memory of there ever being Dragon Ball Z in your household ever.
No, it's so weird because nobody was ever watching it except for Fluffy.
That's wild.
And, like, Fluffy would literally, like, if he wasn't able to watch TV, he would swim to one side of the tank, and then he'd swim as hard as he could and then smash his head into the wall of the tank over and over again till he would knock himself out. And we were like, bro.
Yeah.
And so we'd put on Dragon Ball Z, or I guess The Simpsons, and then he'd be like totally fine. He was like very strange. Anyways, I never watched a lot of movies growing up. I was like outside playing. And yeah, I was recently on stream playing Lego Jurassic Park, and I'm exclaiming at the story, and people are like, you don't know this? And I'm like, I've never seen it. So I decided to stop and watch it. And so the two main people, like the main adult couple, who's played by Laura Dern and Sam Neill, I was like watching it, and I remember I'm like sitting there watching, and I'm like looking at Sam Neill, and I'm like, there's something about him that feels fucked up. Like there's something, like I like him, like I had this weird sensation. I really like him, but there's something like evil about him. Which sounds so
What's
bad.
his name again? I want to look up. I want to
Sam
make sure I'm getting the right.
Sam Neill.
Oh yeah. The main guy from
The main guy.
Okay, yeah.
And I was looking him up because I was like, I have this vision of him younger than he is in that, but being demented. And I'm like, what is that? Like, where the fuck is this feeling coming from? And I have done a previous Bestie's Own podcast about this. There's a cult favorite movie called Possession
1981
that
yeah,
he was in, and he's like an evil demented man who's like trying to possess this lady. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, you know what? Sam Neill, maybe he's the one that I start to follow, because the key that I'm looking for is like somebody who's doing palatable stuff like Jurassic Park, but also somebody who gets into weirdo shit.
Some weird niche thing.
And so I was like,
I will say I'm
perfect.
I'm looking at his movies and TV shows and things that he's been on, and there's quite an array. There's even some animated features as well.
Yeah, I watched In the Mouth of Madness, which he also stars in, which was crazy. And just like twisty-turny.
He's got a long list though, dude.
He's got a long list, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. And then I was like thinking about Laura Dern, and I was like, wait, Laura Dern, my girlie from David Lynch movie Inland Empire. I was like, she's fucking in David Lynch movies. She knows what's up. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to pick them as my duo. And twofer, because I'm trying to... You know, on Letterboxd, if you look up an actor, you can like click on them to see their whole discography. At least that's on Letterboxd, and it'll show you a percentage of how much of their discography you've watched. And
oh no way, that's so cool.
So I'm trying to get you 100%.
You're gonna hate watching through her movies.
Am I? What she got?
She's in one of my least favorite movies that I just cannot stand.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
What do you mean?
You find out eventually.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I feel like I need to like watch one of their movies at least once a week because I'm never gonna catch up.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know so bad.
She's got some cool niche ones in here though. They look like they might be
cool
interesting.
Stuff.
Dude, I don't know. I have a hard time with the movies that are like very obviously parodies. They're either really good or they're really not good. And so I have strong.
Are you talking like shit like Scary Movie?
Yeah, like Scary Movie, American Pie, like you know, like those kinds of things. So like
I watched the Twilight one where there's like I think it's called Vampires Suck. And I was like, I had a feeling at the end of it where like it didn't bring me joy. I was just like, oh, ha ha ha, let's make fun of girls and be racist. Like, that's fun.
Jesus Christ.
There's like a guy in there who I was like, oh yeah, I like the guy. But then he's like doing full on brown face. And I was like, Mamacita.
Yeah.
And then there's also like, he was like playing the character who's like Jacob's dad. And he's like a wheelchair bound guy. And so it's also weird. Ableist jokes. He's in brown face. They're making fun of girlhood. I'm like, fuck you bitches.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I just have a very like, it's gotta be on, I don't know. I just have very, anyways, the movie is Little Fockers. It's one of the Meet the Fockers
Little Fockers.
Movies. And I just don't really
I think
care
I've seen
for the
that.
Fockers movies personally. They're fine.
Isn't there a new Ariana Grande one coming out?
Probably.
I heard that she's getting in with the dude who's like low key on Uggo mode in that movie. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the whole thing is like he's one of the children of Ben Stiller, I guess. And then Ariana Grande is a sort of, I suppose, Robert De Niro-esque personality of a woman who's
Focker-in-law.
Exactly.
It's called Focker-in-law. I just looked it up. I've not heard of this.
Yeah. Apparently word on the street is based off of blind items that she's getting down with Mr. Man, which I don't get it, but hey baby, you do you. I personally don't give a shit. She's amazing.
Mr. Man.
I don't care.
Mr.
Man. Mr. Man, Mr. Boy Man. What is it called? Fuckers in Law. Fuckers in Law.
Yeah. It's got Robert De
Skyler
Niro, Ben Stiller.
Guisando.
What?
Do you see him? Skyler Guisando.
No, I don't.
He is the
Okay,
guy, I
him
guess,
now.
that she's supposed to be engaged to in that one. He's not...
Like, in real life or in the movie?
In the movie, they're engaged. In real life, they may be going to Bonetown, but that's not verified. That is effectively just me speaking out of my ass.
He's done something else before.
Oh, sure. I know I've seen him in something else.
He's for sure been a child in a movie.
Let's see. Let me look up his movies. Show him to me, baby. Vacation, maybe? He's apparently in Shrek 5. He was in Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. There's that. He was in Booksmart. I've seen that.
That's why I recognize
Oh
him.
shit, dude.
Which that's another one with Ben Stiller, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Air Buddies, Spooky Buddies, Space Buddies, Snow Buddies, Treasure Buddies, and Santa Buddies.
He was in Air Buddies?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like all of them, basically.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently she's getting cozy with this guy, but I don't know. He's fine, I guess. It's just that she's so hot, and I just don't understand it, personally. Because she's so hot. Mm-hmm. She's hot, and she's talented, and she's also, like, one of the biggest pop stars on the face of the planet. It's like, you could have anything you want in the world.
He's in a movie called Butt Whistle? 2014
Butt Whistle?
movie named Butt Whistle? He's also in multiple Spider-Man movies, apparently.
Oh, yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Once Upon a Time. Who did he... Oh, he played one of the Lost Boys.
I could see that. I have to look up Butt Whistle. I'm low-key scared to look up Butt Whistle.
Make sure you put his name so that it brings up the movie.
Butt Whistle is a 2014 American indie crime comedy drama written and directed by Tenny Fairchild. The surreal, low-budget film follows Ogden, a college student struggling with the death of his best friend who accidentally foils a woman's suicide attempt. Instead of showing gratitude, she aggressively drags him into a series of chaotic and bizarre situations to make him pay for his interference. Butt Whistle.
He was also in an episode of CSI. That is crazy.
Yeah. He'd been out here. Skylar Guisando.
Yeah. This is crazy. Oh, he was in Monk. Crazy. Remember when your mom used to watch it all the time? And Criminal Minds? He was boy number one in Criminal Minds.
Oh, I love Criminal Minds. I have recently read a Criminal Minds fanfic.
Dude. He was in Drake and Josh also. Maybe that's where I recognize his face from.
Drake and Josh. Yeah.
I mean, all these things I've definitely seen, so I've probably seen his face
just over and over and over again.
But like, damn. I definitely recognize a younger him, not him currently at his current age.
Yeah, he also does have a boyish charm about him.
His career. Yes, for sure.
For sure.
I can't believe Drake and Josh only lasted 3 years. That's insane to me. I feel like it lasted a lot longer than that.
It feels like it lasted the entirety of our childhood. Yeah. So I'm confused by that, but damn, that's so weird. That's weird. That's got my brain... I guess reruns made it just kind of last forever.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. It's definitely... Look up his name and Drake and Josh, and you'll see where you recognize it from.
Skylar Guisando. Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh.
He was like the punk little kid that was like getting them in trouble and shit. Yeah,
he's so cute.
He's just a baby.
Oh. Oh, he's so cute.
You know, it's so interesting that like sometimes you watch these movies and people are so young and then they continue acting and you don't even realize it. And then you're like, oh wait, I forgot that they like are real people who still age and like exist after they've had a
I
movie.
know. I had like
You know what I mean?
I had a super weird experience watching Bicentennial Man starring Robin Williams. It was one of the most absurd and strange things I've ever seen.
I really want to see all of Robin Williams
It's
movies.
like a movie where a robot butler gains sentience and then fucks his family's granddaughter, essentially. But he lives forever. But he's like so there's the daughter who's a baby child, and then she grows up, and then they're like low key in love, but then she gets married because she's like, I can't marry you, you're a robot. And then she has a kid or something. It's either she has a kid or the kid has a kid. Yeah, that's what it is. She has kids, and then that kid has kids, and the kid of that guy looks exactly like the first woman. It's like played by the same person. And then those two fall in love. And then he tries to become, like, they want to get married, but they can't legally get married because he's a robot. And it's like them fighting for him to have marriage rights. And then it's like, spoilers, he's like they're both like old people in like a future realm. And then he basically like straight dies. And then 2 seconds after that, they go, you're finally granted it. So he doesn't even get to experience the joy for one fleeting moment. But anyways, my point of bringing this up is that the child version, the child version of the daughter, I'm looking at her and I'm going, what the fuck is going on? Because I could see so clearly like an adult version of her in my head. I'm like, what is happening? And the reality is that no, I haven't seen an adult version of her, but it's that her brother is Jesse Eisenberg, and they literally look the exact fucking same. It is crazy to me. They look the same, except she has long black hair. But they look like fucking identical twins. It is like, it trips me out. So I'm sitting there going like, I know them from something, but it's not clocking to me right now. It was genuinely crazy.
I know you.
I know you. The genes must be strong as fuck in that family. Because they're, to me, are fucking identical. You know what? I always get that. I personally don't see a huge resemblance in between me and my parents, but apparently I always get that I'm always a perfect split between my parents, and my sister looks like my mom and my brother looks like my dad. And apparently that's very strong for some people when they see us.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. I'm so sorry. One of my roommates just got home, and so I had to mute real fast because
You're totally good.
I was doing this.
They're like, la la la, I'm home.
Worst. So speaking of speaking of people who look so similar, I need to talk about this. So Shailene Woodley. She's in the movie The Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars, Divergent.
Well, hold, pause. In that movie, Ansel Elgort plays her love interest.
Yes,
it
and
came
then
out in
brother
2014. Sister. And then in Divergent, also came out in 2014, their brother and sister. And that was the most confusing thing.
Oh, no, I remember that too.
To me. Because I was like, why are these coming out so close together?
Yeah, I
in
think
one their love interest, the other their siblings.
And like, it's a similar thing. I forget what the movie was, but in Divergent, there's Mr. Man, something, I want to say Miles something, who's like in Whiplash, the drummer guy. He's like the main antagonist. Not main antagonist, but he's like a bully guy who's like always bullying her in Divergent. And shortly after that, they play a romantic couple in something else. And that was also weird, seeing that. I was like, I don't know. Now it's just strange now. Yeah, I don't get it. They made
I don't either.
a weird
It,
choice with that.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even like that weird of a choice, but because they came out the same exact year, it felt
Yeah, well,
weird,
it's like
right?
the
Like
same
you
year,
could have
and it's
spaced
also
it
book
out
movies.
or swapped two of the people. Like, I don't know.
Something. I know. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like they did a totally fine job, but
Yeah. I mean, both
yeah.
movies were good, you know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think also, yeah, it just being book movies too. Like, book movies were a really big thing at that time. Oh my God, did I ever tell you
Yeah,
about
that's true.
how I went to go see Fault in Our Stars in the theater? And
No.
I saw it when it opened, and I was sitting on the floor and like making a shirt that I was gonna wear, and I was like writing on a shirt, and I forget the name of the guy character, but I wrote that guy dies on my shirt. And a movie theater worker walked by and like curiously looked at what I was writing and then went, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm so sorry. I just kind of assumed that everyone would have read the book. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still feel bad about that sometimes. So
That's
now
very
now now I don't wear
But you know
spoiler
what?
shirts.
That brings a very interesting point into perspective in my mind is I wonder out of all the people who've done movies, I wonder who's done the most book-based movies. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh no, yeah, like Shailene Woodley has done a lot of books.
She has done a lot. Yeah,
She's done a lot of book
Divergent, Fault in Our
movies.
Stars. I don't know.
All of the Divergent series, because there's a bunch of them. And so I was just like,
Yeah.
huh, I wonder how many, or I wonder who's done the most like book-based movies. That'd be an
That's
interesting
curious.
statistic to find out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because there's stuff like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings,
Twilight,
Twilight. There's like 5 movies for Twilight.
the Goosebump movies,
Though, yeah, those count. Those totally
yeah,
count. Yeah, I don't.
Hunger
My God, I don't know.
Games, Divergent
There's a lot.
series.
That was the
Yeah.
best time. Honestly, I was so glad to be a teenager during that time when these books were coming out. I ate up Hunger Games and Twilight and Divergent, Fault in Our Stars, just anything John Green. I was eating up. Like, it was a beautiful time to be alive, where everyone, like, the Harry Potter movies were still finishing. Like, they were, like, around the time where we were going to graduate high school, like, Harry Potter's wrapping up, Hunger Games is wrapping up, you know, Twilight's getting ready for shit. Like, there was, like, a lot going on. It was such an exciting time. I definitely went to go see Hunger Games in theater and I went and bought a pack of pita bread and I passed it out to people in the theater.
Pita
It
bread,
was
I love
so fun.
that. Is it because Hunger Games and PETA? Was that like the joke you were making?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
both love that incredibly so and hate it at the same time.
It was so fun. There is nothing like being obsessed with the Hunger Games and having a crush on Peeta Mellark and then showing up with a gaggle of other girls who are fucking freaking out about the same shit and then watching those movies for the first time. It's like, I feel like I'll never feel like that again. It's crack. It is fucking crack. I wish I could, like, have it every day. Just to get to sit in a room of fangirls. It's the best.
Yes.
It's the absolute best.
Yes. I agree completely.
Well, what do you think? We've been
Can I
going
make a
for a
mention
while.
of a movie that I would like us both to watch sometime soon?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And I would like you to also come up with a suggestion of a movie that we should watch sometime soon.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. I'm ready.
I need to take a quick peek at my letterbox. I forgot the name of it.
I know one that we should watch. It's a French
Yes.
movie that that has been on my mind. It's a vampire movie. It's something called Vaudelac. Vaudelac. And I think it's a vampire movie, but I really want to watch it. And the
Oh,
cover
dude.
looks like a guy who's like, powdered face, the fake mole, and the like the cute little white wig with the rollies on the side. and he's like
Yeah.
mogging, and then there's like a monster like biting into his neck on the cover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like, I just feel like we should watch that. And I mean, I will say, I think, you know, in our movie club, we have discussed a vampire chapter of the club that is for the freaks, where we get down and get obsessed with vampires. Which is fine by me. And we have like a little movie wheel, so we had people submit, which, by the way, hey, get into the
That's
Discord.
So fun. Get in the
So
Discord.
in the Discord, we got movie nights every Wednesday night and Sunday, like, evening time. And yeah, we have a Google form, so you can submit a couple of movies and they get put on the wheel, and then we watch the movie, and then at the end of the movie we spin the wheel again to see what we're going to watch next. And so far it's been so fun, and it's just a ton of different genres too. So we've watched a shitload of interesting stuff. Although surprisingly, every single movie so far that we've watched, despite genre, has had nudity in it. What's that about? How has that happened? Every single one.
That's very funny,
so
actually.
Bizarre.
Because there's really not that many movies that.
No, I know. I'm like, what is happening?
That's very funny. We're just a bunch of freaks over there. We like it that way, you know?
It's perfect over there.
Okay, I have two things to mention. First
Bring
thing,
it
I
on.
forgot to also tell you, dude, I watched Hereditary for the first time ever.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Do you
I know
want me
everything
to give you
about
my
it.
Thoughts or no?
Yes.
It's
all
not,
of the thoughts.
It's not as okay. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but it wasn't as good as I expected, and it wasn't as scary as I expected.
Interesting. Okay.
It was good.
Okay.
It was good. It was interesting, and there's
Yeah.
like pieces from it that like I will remember forever, and I will constantly refer back to it for the rest of my life. But like, it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Interesting.
And
yeah, I mean, it has a
when you
very
watch
big
it,
reputation.
You're gonna know. Yeah. I think you'll feel the same way as me after you watch it.
I'm very.
If anything,
okay.
you might be more cutthroat than I am about it, realistically.
I
Okay,
will
the
make
movie
that my
we
homework
need-
then, to watch that
Yes,
before the next
the
episode.
movie we need to watch together is Over Your Dead Body. It has
Over
the guy
Your
from
Dead
How I Met Your
Body.
Mother in it.
Which guy?
Marshall.
Oh.
Jason Segel.
Don't even
Segel?
talk to me about him. I fucking
What's
love
his-
him so much.
How do I say his last name? Is it
I-
Segel or Segal?
I think it's Seagull, but it might be Seagal. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But
And
he's
Samara Weaving. It's his wife in it.
okay. Oh yes,
Do you want to hear what the like 2-sentence description is?
absolutely.
A dysfunctional couple head to a remote cabin to reconnect, but each has a secret intention to kill the other. And that just
Ooh.
sounds very fun. So it's Over Your
That
Dead
sounds
Body.
so fun. I always
Yeah.
tell Bryant, I'm like, he is so hot, and Bryant's like, if you had a hall pass, would you ever like go through the process if the opportunity arose? And I was like, honestly, Bryant, I can say no. I have to say no. And he's like, why? And I was like, the issue is that the sweet, sweet love that we would make would end the planet.
The sweet,
The
sweet love, that
sweet
we
love
would
we
make
would make.
would make the entire world
It would
explode.
level the planet. There would be nothing left. I'm like, we would explode into stars at the end. And that's just not something I'm willing to do. Unfortunately. He makes puppets and stuff.
That's amazing. I didn't know he
I'm
made
like,
puppets,
Bryant.
but that is something that he would definitely do for sure.
And yeah, and honestly, at this point, I need to make sure that Bryant never picks up getting into puppet stuff either, because then it'll turn into a situation where we'll level the planet. That's just what
Yeah.
happens when two puppet makers make love. It's
Two
so
puppet
powerful.
When a puppet
Levels
maker
the
and a
planet.
puppet maker make love, the whole planet explodes.
Exactly. I'm so down for this. We should totally watch these and
Yes.
make it our mission to report back. Reporting for
Yes.
duty.
Report for duty.
Duty.
For duty.
All right, should
What
we
was the
get
one that
the
you
fuck
mentioned
out
again?
of
Can
here?
you say it one more time so I remember what the name is? I'm so sorry.
Vordelak. It's a French movie. I don't know
I
if
didn't
it's
spell it
good.
right, but I'm gonna spell it that way anyways, and we'll figure it out.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
You know
great.
what? With that one, just leaves an empty silence. With that one,
With that
nothing.
one?
Doesn't say anything. I think this is
It'll be
beautiful
great.
timing.
It's beautiful timing. I'm so glad that we got to be here with everybody.
Me too.
As I sort of like a housekeeping sort of thing. Hey, if you're listening on some sort of podcast platform, give it a follow or like or a review or whatever. Those sort of things really help out. All of the above, if you please. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and like and comment and tell us which person you would level the planet with your lovemaking with. And make sure to join the Discord so you can be part of movie night. Because it's a thrill.
Join
It
the
really is a thrill.
Discord.
So, that being said, let's get the fuck out of here. Come on, come
Yeah.
on.
We need to get out of here so I can tell you about vampires.
Bye bye, guys. Oops.